Namaskaram. In this video, we are going to know what does mean by prana or ki. Prana or ki means the vital energy, the life force energy that keeps us alive, that keeps us healthy. When we breathe, when we take breath, it doesn't mean that only we are just taking oxygen inside. Suppose somebody has died, right? No matter how much oxygen the pumps you pump into the person is not going to be alive, because prana the vital energy from the body has gone away. So this prana keeps our body, the vital energy keeps us alive. So the prana is called by different names in different traditions, like in Greek they call it pneuma, in Polynesian they call it ranana, in Hebrew they call it ruh, the breath of life. So in pranic healing, basically the miraculous healing is obtained by transferring the prana from healer to the patient. Basically, there are three major sources of prana: solar energy, solar prana, air prana, and then we have ground prana. Solar prana is directly obtained by the sun. That can be, you can get the solar prana by doing sun kriya. You can get the solar prana by taking a sun bath or drinking solar energized water, right? Or by sitting in the sun, you can get the sun prana. Sun prana is a very potent prana, so taking too much sun prana can also harm your chakras, can also harm you. So you need to take a balanced sun prana. Then we have air prana. Air prana is the prana that is everywhere in the air around you. So from air you also take prana. So whenever you are breathing, you are not just only taking oxygen, you are also taking prana. Also the chakras in your body, chakras I am going to explain later, but I can say the energy centers in your body, they are also absorbing, they also keep absorbing the prana, they also absorb the prana, the chakras. Also the pores of your body, they also absorb the air prana. And especially you have seen the people do pranayam, the breathing exercises. In breathing exercises, when you are doing a deep breathing, a rhythmic breathing, rather than doing a shallow breathing, that time you tend to absorb a lot of air prana. Then we have ground prana. Ground prana, when you walk barefoot, you tend to get a lot of prana from the ground. Ground prana is also very potent. So even if you just lie down on the ground, you will feel yourself recharged that time. So ground prana is potent, far potent than air prana. So from soil, from the ground also you can take prana. So walking barefoot increases your prana basically. Water absorbs the prana from sun also, from the air also, from the ground also. Then plants and trees, they take the prana from uh, the plants, trees, they take the prana from water, from air, sun, from ground, all the sources. So when we eat the plants also, then also we are taking the prana. So when you are taking the fresh plants, fresh fruits, you take the fresh prana, you take the prana. But as soon as you keep in the refrigerator, you keep it for the long time, you take the processed food, the prana is lost from it, right? So that's how humans and animals, they get the prana from the plants. Prana can also be projected from one person to another person. So you can also feel the healers, we can also see the healers, they project the prana. So being a healer, you need to have a higher prana, higher energy level than the person you are treating. Your vibration should be more higher, right? So you must feel like, suppose there are some people with whom when you sit, talk, you meet, you feel weak, you feel like bit lazy, like you feel tired, because those people, they tend to have they are having lower prana. So they tend to suck your prana from you unconsciously. But there are some people with whom you will sit, you will feel more energized, you feel more recharged, because the healthy people, they have better prana. For example, you go to meet a person who is sick, right, in a hospital or his home. but the person prana level is low, so the person can unconsciously suck your prana and you can feel drained, you can feel also exhausted and sick. So this also happens, that prana transfer from one person to another person also. Then certain trees like old gigantic trees, pine trees, they have a higher prana, like, or if you see the green trees, their prana level is very high. So from the trees also we get the prana. Sometimes some people this go to the extent of hugging the trees to get the prana from them. So you can also orally, verbally can ask the tree to give you their excessive prana. Then anyone can consciously learn to take the prana from trees. We just need to activate a few chakras, or you can just need to learn some pore breathing. In later lectures I am going to cover this. So apart from trees, like you see, certain areas they have more prana than other areas. It depends of the energy of the places also. So the areas which are usually having higher prana, they tend to become healing centers and energy centers. During bad weather conditions, you must have seen the prana drops low. And suppose those places which are very cold, which you don't see sun, where there is no sunlight, you will see people feel there some sickness, people feel lazy, lethargic, because the sun prana is not there. There is lack of sun prana. So in the bad weather, the weather conditions are not good, so the prana level also drops. So many people tend to fall sick that time. So that time they can, what they can do, they can consciously try to absorb some prana from air and the ground. Um, Prana usually it's higher in the daytime, and in night time the prana start dropping, and in morning up to 3 or 4 o'clock in morning the prana drops up to the lowest level.